America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks. America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
What up, what up? Welcome to Primal Scream. This is your host, Nick Graystone. For the next hour, we're going to talk about fantasy, reality, and everything in between. Let's go.
What up, kitties? You know, I was just thrown a curveball, and I'm thinking about changing the name of the podcast. It's been Primal Scream, but I'm liking this Primal season right now. And Tony Walker is definitely changing his name, too. He's no more Tony Walker. It's going to be Farmer Willie. So it's going to be Primal Season with Farmer Willie and the kids. And I'm one of the kids. What up, kitties? Nick Graystone back into his house for another great episode of Primal Scream. Tonight's going to be an awesome show, I guess what we call it tonight. It is Primal season right now because this is my time of year. I'm wearing the hoodie. I got the shorts on. It's a nice crisp in the air. The harvest moon was the other night. The wolves are howling. The pumpkin patches are open. The apple picking is a picking. Schmidt's farm is a schmitten. And White Post is white posting. So we are in full gear right now. I can't believe it. I just remember it being August, like 2 days ago. And now it's, is everything okay? Oh, yeah, all right.
Just doing my job, man.
I didn't know. You were like, I never saw that much red going on that board.
Oh, we got a room full of people.
That's true. And I don't want to keep them waiting. This is going to be awesome. Right Next to me is favorite ex-wife, Sarah. She's invited back onto the podcast, a 2-time guest. Give it up for the lovely Sarah.
Thank you.
And we do have Mike and Emily from Long Island Paranormal Investigators. Thanks for coming down, guys. This is awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely. We all share a common thing. We're into the spooky paranormal stuff, but we're gonna get into that just a little bit. I do want to discuss something because I just finished watching the new Monster, and it's going to be spoiler free. That is the miniseries about Ed Gein. And for those of you who do not know who Ed Gein was or is, he was a man that lived in Plainfield, Wisconsin. And when he was apprehended by authorities, he had a true house of horrors. I believe they found all different types of things that he made out of human skin, bowls that were skulls, but he was using as bowls. He had all kinds of things, woman hanging in his barn, and it's pretty crazy. Like his things that he did when the story started coming out inspired. Actually, I'm tattooed with all the things that he inspired, which makes me a total fucking American psycho. He inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface. He inspired Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. And he inspired Psycho, the character of Norman Bates. I feel like that really was loosely based on the whole thing with his mother, and it's just a crazy story. And there were certain things about the show that I liked, and there were certain things that I didn't like. And I don't know if my guests, I know Sarah saw some. Did you guys see any of it? No? But you're familiar with the story, obviously. Yeah. So for me, what took me out of it right off the bat, when I think of Ed Gein, because I started reading true crime stuff when I was 10 years old. I got into the Son of Sam real early because it was like 1987. It was the 10-year anniversary, and I just was fascinated with the idea of a guy listening to a dog to kill people. And, at 10 years old, that's exactly what I needed to hear. And it was just off to the races after that. I read Helter Skelter, got into the Manson family and stuff. And when I say get into, it wasn't like I was in my room, like, sticking a pencil in my eye and whacking my weasel while reading these things. I was just more fascinated with their backstory, So,
well, that's what people always think we're weirdos because we're interested. But it's interesting. It's fascinating. Right? It's not
exactly.
We're not going to go out and do what they did or like worship them. Or
no. I mean, they're definitely people that this guy inspired, and they touch upon that. I'm not trying to, like I said, not spoil it or whatever, but they do touch upon that, how he was kind of like the OG, the godfather of the serial killers. Like, even with the term serial killer came after him, And like I said, when I think of Ed Gein, I'm thinking of 5 O'Clock Shadow, like, not well kept, living in a dilapidated farmhouse. I mean, even though, there were pussy ornaments and, like, fucking people hanging upside down and, whatever the fuck he was cooking on the stove and stuff. I feel like the farm looked nice, and like he was well liked, and he was well liked in the town and stuff. Like, I don't think this guy was like, mayor.
They made him out to be a little bit less of a loner than he was. Yeah,
and I'm thinking that also, like, he seemed like a very intelligent man, and like, I don't know, like what I read, like, it didn't seem like that back in the day. Like, I feel like they made him likable. almost in a way.
Almost likable, but he really only had the one friend in the show, which he did actually have that friend in life.
Right.
But it wasn't the same
Not the way.
not the way they portray
Like a love
it.
story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they kind of did, but it didn't go to the level that they portray it in the show.
Yeah.
But
You know, it just threw me off, like seeing him like well kept and everything. It's like watching Norman Reedus in The Walking Dead. You got the fucking the zombie apocalypse going on, but this dude has like the nicest hair and he's ripped and he's like in good shape and stuff. Like, dude, when are you doing crunches and fucking, you know?
oh, he's ripped from killing zombies.
Is that it? I don't know. But he looked like he just walked out of, like, you know, he's ready to walk a runway while he's killing people and shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
You wanted it to be dirtier.
yeah, and Charlie
Yeah.
Hunnam, like, you know, it's a good looking guy, even with the fucked up eye.
So you think he was too good looking?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know.
I have a big issue with the voice.
Like, because it does sound like
It sounds
Mickey
like
Mouse.
he sounds like Hubie Halloween.
See? Like, all right, let's get into, like, Hubie could have, like, you know, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like, I feel like
You feel like Hubie could have played Ed Gein better? 'Cause
maybe, like, mentality-wise.
yes, I knew that's what you were getting at.
You know, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to make fun of anyone that's, you know, mentally not there, because I'm not mentally there, you know? But I
But-
mean, like,
Right, but from what we hear, Ed Gein was more, you
On
know,
the-
mentally handicapped than
Yeah,
they portrayed him
definitely.
to be on the show.
you know, definitely. I think what I liked awesome, you know, Laurie Metcalf, like, shit. I
Oh,
feel
she-
like she
she
knocked
was
it out of the
the-
park, man. You know, I'm a huge fan of Aunt Jackie. Always, you know,
I love her and everything.
even though it did fuck up my childhood, because I did see Aunt Jackie's bush and it was fierce. You know, so like, just
We're all traumatized a little.
yeah, a little bit. That's the only spoiler I'll say. You know, but
Sorry.
you know, you're getting into these things, you're gonna see fucked up shit, and that's one of the things that you see, and it's just like, whoa, like I wasn't ready for that. You
Yeah.
know, not at all. I think I was more disturbed with that than the actual shit that was going on.
She was great.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She was great.
You know, that I think she was up there with like you know, some of Kathy Bates's American Horror Story like stuff, you know? Like I loved some of her roles that
She's
she
one
played.
of your favorite actresses.
She is. She still is. I
Yeah,
love
she's
Kathy
great.
Bates.
Mine too.
Right?
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. She could play anything, you know, and
Yep.
it's believable. Mm-hmm. You know, she's missed in American Horror Story. I feel like she was a strong point, and when they moved on from her, you know, even, you know, it's whatever. I don't know. American Horror Story kind of fell off.
It
Yeah, I'm
did fall off.
heartbroken over it. I saw a post actually came up on my feed from my comments years ago and just how it used to be, especially those first few seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it turned into. I love Lady Gaga, but the hotel thing and then the need to produce it so much more and quickly.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know,
Quality.
Kathy Bates,
Yeah, quantity
Jessica
instead of
Lange.
quality.
I agree.
They forced it into production real quick.
However, with Hotel, so at first I didn't really like it, but then I went back and watched it again, and I do really like that season.
I'll give it another try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a lot of like multiple layers to it, which I love.
What was the other one that sucked? It was
Roanoke?
like Roanoke.
Yeah.
Roanoke. I
not-
was so excited for Roanoke, and it shit the bed. And then Anarchy or whatever the shit was after that was
There
terrible.
was Cults, and
Cult.
then there was Apocalypse.
Which one? Oh, the
Apocalypse brought back like all the witches.
Yeah, I like that.
That one was okay.
It sucked like in the middle, but then like it ended strong.
Yeah.
But Cult, I didn't like at all.
No.
You know,
That was like one of the weakest ones for
Yeah.
Evan Peters.
like the first.
I feel like that's such a waste.
I know.
of
Evan
a-
Peters, you
of a
know,
role for
speaking
him
of
because
which,
he's amazing.
Yeah, Evan Peters, you know, for me, this new Ed Gein thing, I think, falls number 4 out of the ones that they've done, where Evan Peters as Dahmer just
The first, yeah, the
is
best, right?
amazing, you know. And then I liked the Menendez brothers. I thought that was really good. And then there was one other, the Andrew Cunanan.
Oh, right. That was
But
a
was that-
different series. That was because didn't he do OJ also?
Yeah. And OJ was good. I
Yeah.
thought OJ did good.
Yep.
You know, that was Cuba Gooding Jr. playing OJ. It
That was
awesome.
what was that one called? Like American Crime or
Yes.
something?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but the
The
Andrew
People
Cunanan
versus,
one was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, the
Yeah.
People versus O.J. Simpson. I
Right.
remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was really good because all these things that that are coming up. This is the beginning for me for like I followed those cases. The OJ shit. I remember my mother flew out to L.A. when it happened. She ate at the Mezzaluna where like they had their last meal and stuff, and she was at the courthouse taking pictures. I still have the Polaroids at my house and stuff. So yeah, like. Just the whole true crime thing was always a big thing, and when I see these things, I know
Graystone
my
house.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm schooled in it, so I mean, I look. I'm not like trying to pick apart it because of like the inaccurate stuff that they do or whatever. But some of the stuff is like too far fetched for me.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you're a fan or not a fan. Check it out still. There's definitely still great performances and everything. And up next on the monster is going to be
My girl.
your girl, Lizzie Borden.
Yep. Can't wait.
Which, that's a good segue into spooky things because...
Yeah, it is. You could tell
Did
that
you guys
story.
ever go to the Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast?
I've been there. I've never investigated it. But
Okay.
I've been there during the daytime, checked it out. It was pretty
So you
cool.
did like the tour and
Yeah, I
everything?
did a tour,
You just
yeah.
did like the daytime walkthrough?
Yeah, just a daytime walkthrough. We were trying to do like an investigation here, but it's a lot to rent out the whole place. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is expensive.
My receptionist did that. She rented out the whole place. She was
She
there
really?
overnight. It was
Wow.
yeah, she told me about it, and that's how we got along. Obviously, we get along there, but
Yeah.
interesting place. She said it was quiet though, pretty quiet.
So
Not for me.
it was quiet for about 80% of our time there, but it ended really horrifically for me.
So just to preface this, I had been there 2 times for just the daytime walkthrough tour, and when I stayed there with him on our honeymoon, that was my 3rd time staying there because I'm just so drawn to that case, and I don't know, it just fascinates me a lot. So
and this
Well-
is my witness right here. So
well, okay, but there was one thing that happened before. You're talking about in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was just us. Everyone else left, and we're friendly with one of the women who's it's our friend's mom, actually.
Shelley.
She was our guide for the night there. So it was just the 3 of us at the house. And we're in the living room area, and the dining room is kind of next to it. And they have this, what would you call that thing?
It was like a autopsy board.
Board,
almost.
yeah, and it's
Oh.
it's mounted on the wall in the dining room. We're in the living room, and we just hear a crash as we're talking. The thing just fell off the wall when we were talking, crashed to the floor.
I mean, that's an interesting thing to put on a wall, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
the house
Yeah.
has all that memorabilia stuff.
Uh,
So
So yeah, it scared the shit out of us, and that was the beginning of the night.
well,
And
they had the autopsies in the dining room. They had or not the autopsy. The bodies were laid out there. Did
Yeah.
they do the autopsy?
No, they
now
did
I
the
can't
wake.
remember. They had the bodies laid out in the dining room. That was custom back then. You do it in the house.
Right,
So
right.
that was the energy. It was awesome.
so everybody, whatever, we're hanging out for a little bit, and then everyone retires to go to their respective rooms and everything. And we stayed in the room where the mother was killed.
Abby, yeah. Don't call it her mother. She'll get
Stepmother.
mad.
Sorry. Her stepmother. So, I don't know. I'm not sleeping too great. The bed's not comfortable, just not feeling it or whatever. And I remember just being up every hour. Finally, I get up and I look at the clock and it's 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sick. The sun's coming out.
We made it.
We made it. I'm going to go take a shower. Take the shower. I come back. I'm laying down. All of a sudden, I feel like sleep paralysis, but I can't say anything, and I feel a knee.
But did you fall back to sleep?
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel a knee in my back, and I feel like something pressing down,
Like pinned, right?
Pinned to the bed. I can't move, and I'm trying to like tell her like what's up, and then I'm like trying to say it, but I can't like get the words out. Then finally, I'm able to say something, and did I say, "Did you just touch my ass?" or something like that? All right, I'm like, "Why'd you touch my ass?" Or like, "How come? Like, did you touch my ass?"
It's like
freaked out
because he felt like somebody was like pinning with an elbow, like in his lower back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So now I'm fucked. I'm like, literally, like I just get up and I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" I'm like, now I'm done. I'm just staring out the window, waiting for the sun to rise. I'm sitting in the chair. I'm like, please, let's just fucking get this over with.
Which is crazy to
Like,
see him get nervous.
Yeah. So now morning comes and we go downstairs and we can have breakfast. I don't say shit to anyone. You know, I'm just like keeping it in or whatever. And the owner comes back out and she's like, so how did everyone's night go? And everyone's like, yeah, you know, we just didn't sleep too good. Turns out that the people upstairs in the attic, it was like an attic area, third floor,
like sewing room or whatever.
They were playing with the Ouija board, and they started talking to a farmhand named Joseph, they said. And then Joseph, they asked him if he was going to mess with anybody in the house. And they said that the Ouija board spelled out beard. And I was the only person in that house that had this. I still have this. I've had this forever. Mm-hmm. So when they said that, I was like, yo, well, this is what happened. And I told them exactly what happened to me. And the owner was like, yeah, you know, you're not the first one to say that's happened to other people. And men specifically. Men. Like, for some reason, whatever spirit's in that room likes to fuck with men. And I guess take advantage of us or whatever.
And the crazy thing is when he was feeling paralyzed, he was trying to talk to me, and I got scared because the way he was talking, I thought he had like a stroke or something because he couldn't get the words out. It was just coming out. It was all like jumbled, and like I could tell he couldn't move his mouth.
Wow.
It was so scary.
I was like gagged and like bound. I don't know what the hell I was, but whatever the hell. Did they say that,
was
Lizzie?
A different night.
Yeah. See, I knew you were playing with my ass. It was you. It wasn't Lizzie Borden. Didn't they say Lizzie Borden, though, did that to...
I'm sorry, what? What?
When she killed her. She put her knee in the back and, like, stabbed her?
Oh.
Yeah,
well, she did grab her from the back and, like... Oh. So, I don't know. She could have, like, her knee could have went in the back.
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
And we did sleep in the murder room. So.
We did.
Oh, well.
We got what we paid for.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, like, that really, that's my Lizzie Borden tale, and,
you live to tell it.
Yeah, I live to tell it. I mean, it's still there. You can still go there and rent the rooms and stuff and take tours. I knew it was a new owner. And stuff.
The owner did change, so, like, some things are different, but, I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to go check it out now, see what's different.
Yeah, but I'm sure the apparitions are the same. Because you could paint up a place, you could, like, spruce it up, but those fuckers ain't leaving.
The energy is very intense in there. I mean, the first time I ever went there, we were sitting in, like, it's like the sitting room in the front, and I kept smelling flowers, and it was coming in, like, wafts, and I asked them, I'm like, is there, like, an air freshener or something in here? Because I felt like it was being sprayed, like, every, I thought it was maybe, like, one of those automatic ones, and they were like, no. And I'm like, well, is it like a cleaner maybe? They're like, no, we just use like natural orange cleaner for the wood and stuff. And I was like, I'm smelling this. And it's so weird because it was a very familiar smell, but I still haven't been able to place it. But it was kind of flowery. And they're like, a lot of people smell that because of the funeral in the house. Like,
that's pretty
cool. Yeah. But
I know that smell.
Sensitive. Yeah.
I know exactly that smell.
It wasn't the roses like Modern Funeral though. Right. I don't know exactly what flower it was.
That familiar thing that you're talking about that you can't name.
It was so nostalgic, but I still don't know what it was.
I definitely smell the difference at work because I'll smell the I call it the embalmed flowers.
Okay.
Versus that like nostalgic flower. I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah.
We should check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The plan a field trip.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean,
Can't wait.
yeah. I guess I'll return to the scene of the crime.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll try a different room
I'm
this
sorry
time.
your ass was traumatized.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's not Lizzie Borden, but we do have an axe murder event coming up. Shameless plug.
Please tell
Yeah,
us.
yeah, tell us.
Mike, you want to take the lead on this one?
Sure. So Long Island is loaded with history. With
Just
Lizzie
want to bring the
Borden.
mic a little bit closer to you, brother.
We
Thank
have
you.
we have the Wickham farmhouse murders, where there was an axe murder at the farmhouse. We're actually investigating. It's called the Wickham House. It's not where the murders took place. It's where the person that did the murders stayed after that, like the next night, and then he fled. And there was like a huge, like, police were trying to find him all over Long Island.
Manhunt.
They finally caught him. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So we actually investigated that house last year. It was pretty cool. They also have the old house in Cutchogue is on the grounds as well, which dates back from like I think like the late 1600s. They have these like paper dolls that they found when they were like excavating it, and
That's
like
so creepy.
they're like one of like the only ones in like the U.S. and they're made to like ward off like evil spirits and stuff. And they have them
Oh,
on
like
display.
how
It's
they
really
did, like
cool.
how they used to make like poppets or whatever.
It's exactly
Yeah.
what that is. Yup. And it's pretty wild, pretty cool stuff. So
So
Very
they have
cool.
that on display.
yeah, they have
Whoa.
it in the old house.
And it's in
That's
like
like
good
Cutchogue, you
like
said?
condition?
They're in decent condition. Yeah, believe it or not, they're in like a glass case, temperature controlled and everything.
So when
yeah.
is your event?
It's November 1st.
I think I might have
It's the Cutchogue Village Green.
Of course, I can't go to that one.
No.
But
Field trip
one of
another
those.
day.
yes,
I'll take one with
no,
you.
I'll
out there.
definitely be
It's-
joining you guys on some of these journeys. I'm
Very
sure.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah, I might have the I think you might have sent me the graphic for that.
I did.
Yeah. That might be it right there. Yeah. Cool. So, so tell us a little bit about LIPI. I want to hear about that.
Long Island Paranormal Investigators, founded March 8th of 2003. It actually started out as a dare. We were all friends playing hockey, and I dared a couple of my friends to go into Building 93 at Kings Park. We were talking about all the different haunted locations on Long Island. That one popped up, and they were like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So we went there at night. We parked the car in the bar across the street. Two guys got out. They went in the building, and they were in there for about an hour and 45 minutes. And towards the end, they were in one of the sub-level basements, and they heard a loud bang sound. The camera shut off on its own. They freaked out and ran out, and that kind of intrigued me and the co-founder, Rob Levine. And we started looking up all the different urban legends of Long Island. And by doing that, we found out that they sell all this type of equipment that goes on with the paranormal theory. So we bought some stuff with the idea of going to these locations, checking them out, and seeing if what people are saying is happening there is really occurring. And we started doing investigations and started capturing evidence that we couldn't explain. And we've been doing it ever since. So
That's
pretty
cool.
yeah.
So what was your first, like, so you said like Kings Park, but what was really your first one after you got some of this stuff that you bought?
I think my first one was, Lake Ronkonkoma. So Rob, his parents owned a house right by the lake, and they owned all the land that went down to the lake. So we had like the full woods back there. We checked it out, and we started investigating over there. Captured some EVPs, which is electronic voice phenomena. It's basically you have a digital recorder or an audio cassette recorder, and while you're playing it, you don't hear anything recording. And then when you play it back for the analysis, you'll hear voices that weren't there.
Whoa.
And we've captured a ton of that. Kind
So
of stuff,
did you hear about anything that happened there, or?
Lake Ronkonkoma is known for the Lady of the Lake, Native American lore. Supposedly there's like an Indian princess. She supposedly dated like a white man. They forbid it, and then she comes back and takes a life every year. And for a long time, there was a male that was dying in that lake.
Whoa.
For a long time, yeah. So pretty cool stuff. We've captured some interesting evidence there in the past. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Wow.
cool.
Yeah. Forbidden. We used to have this thing where we used to say we were forbidden back in the day. A little inside joke. So, Emily, how did you become a part of the investigating team?
Yeah, so the lore in my town was Sweet Hollow Road.
Oh,
Mount
okay.
Misery.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So
We know it.
I obsessed over it. I went through my library getting records, old trail maps, hand drawn from who knows when, and I just went down this rabbit hole and I kept looking for more information and I found Long Island Paranormal Investigators. So I ended up shooting my first documentary just about Sweet Hollow Road and Mount Misery because I was just so passionate about it. And then, time passes and years later, finally had a moment in my life where I could dedicate time to it, and I'm very happy to be here.
No, that's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, man, I can't tell you how many times I went to, Sweet Hollow Road as a kid, just growing up and hearing about it, and it still has that factor during the day.
Yeah, it does.
It's a really,
I have some stories too.
Do tell.
So one cool thing. I mean, this is just a quick little thing. I was driving. My ex was driving. My ex-boyfriend from this is many years ago, and we had my cousin in the back seat. And I don't think the guy driving saw this, but there was some kind of a light. It looked like it was hanging in the sky, and it looked like a line. So I don't know if it's known for any UFO type of stuff. That's kind of what it reminded me of. And also in the past, I caught some photos, and they're so old. It was an old digital camera, but I was just taking random pictures of the trees, and you can see faces so clear in the trees, and they look like they're colonial, from the hair and just the.
Wow.
It's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but of course I don't think I can access it because
Right.
MySpace.
Yeah, it was on MySpace. It was.
Wow.
Well,
I
I did
miss
post it on there, but I
Right?
don't even know what ever happened to that
MySpace
camera.
was
It
the
so
shit.
long ago.
Social media is just garbage now.
No, it's a cesspool.
It's just,
If I wasn't plugging the band and the films and this, it sucks, man. First of all, you have the fucking keyboard warriors that are just terrible, that hate for fucking sport. Then you have the political shit, which is totally fucking terrible. Sorry about that too. It's a delay for 30 seconds, so it's not
weird.
you going crazy.
That's why I'm trying not to look up there.
Yeah, I don't look. Don't look into the light, Carol Ann.
I just watched that the other day.
So MySpace is just was so much better. I feel now it's just an invasion of privacy too.
Well, that's why all I've been posting lately is just for my, advertising for my classes and my psychic stuff and whatever.
When you run into people that you haven't seen in a long time and you ask them how they're doing, you already know what the hell's going on. So it's kind of like asking questions you already know the answer to. But fuck it, whatever. That's our.
It's a necessary evil for now.
Yeah, it is. Because it does have its good points and stuff for
Well, it helps us with the networking.
Yeah, you got to network. That's all. Getting back, I had this question stuck in my head when you guys were talking about taking pictures and stuff and how they show up. Do you feel that the technology advancements with photography helps, or was it better back in the day?
It's a great question. I feel like it's a little bit of both. When we first started out, we used 35 millimeter cameras, which was awesome because, number one, the clarity wasn't as good as digital, so you knew what you were getting was real, and you had a negative to prove it. Today, everything's photoshopped. So in that aspect, I used to love 35. You can still use them today, but it's very hard to get them developed. It's costed. You got to store it all. So
Yeah.
in the aspect of the digital world, you could take way more photos. It's a lot quicker, and the conversions of cameras. So we have a regular digital camera. We also use black and white. We use IR, which is infrared, UV, ultraviolet. We use full spectrum, which is multiple spectrums in one, and then we also use a FLIR thermal imaging camera. So we use all different types. So back then, the technology wasn't there to be able to afford any of that, but now it's come down so much in cost where you're able to capture so much more by using all the different
More
types
accessible.
of photography. Yeah, absolutely. So it's
Yeah.
in that aspect, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can fuck with pictures now so much easier.
So easy.
Yep.
With ChatGPT and
Of course.
all that shit,
Are you
so
kidding?
you
I
don't
have a
even know.
graphic design degree from back when, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
worthless now because everyone has Canva and all that stuff. Like, you don't need it. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it still is. I mean, you still have, your flyers are pretty good that you make,
Thank you.
They do look quite lovely.
I'm
right?
artsy.
So much better
you.
than like the shit that I make. 'Cause mine's like all boxy and stuff and
Yeah.
everything. You can
Yeah, the black box. That's why I had to make the black background.
yeah.
But I added the little ghost on our flyer for this one.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So, what was your experiences as kids? Like, do you have like a story that sticks in your head where you started believing in this stuff?
Yeah, I have a couple. When I was younger, I remember when my grandfather passed away. My brother had a wild experience. He felt like he was sleeping and he felt like somebody grabbed a hold of his leg. This is right after my grandfather passed away. I remember me and my mom were cleaning up the room, and I had a little old handheld game thing. It was kind of like a Game Boy, but predated that.
Yeah.
And had no batteries in it. The thing turned on automatically by itself. Started playing
Shit.
music. It was pretty cool. So, every family member had something happen to them, which was really cool.
So you think that they're your house?
Yeah, I think it was a visit. He was coming back to visit all of us. It's kind of saying hey, I'm okay, So that was one of the first experiences I had. I think I was around 7 or 8 years old.
That's nice though that it was
yeah, it
someone
wasn't
familiar. You weren't
It
scared.
was a little
Well,
startling,
freaky, I guess,
but
yeah.
But then 1991, they released Fire in the Sky in the movie theaters.
Sick movie. That scares the shit out of you.
Terrified me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I was 11 years old, and we saw that, and I still to this day, one of my biggest fears is aliens. I don't mess with. Everyone's oh, you guys deal with UFOs. I'm hell's no. I want nothing to do with it.
Because you got to be pretty ignorant if you don't think that
Oh,
there's
yeah.
life outside.
Exactly.
We're the only one.
Right.
Bullshit.
Right. And it was really cool. Going forward, we do a lot of conventions, and I actually met Travis Walden, which is the guy that
Really?
got abducted. Yeah, I met him a couple times.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
And he was doing his presentation and telling us the real story, versus Hollywood. And even 30, 35 years later, the guy still stops during the presentation, gets choked up, and he has to contain himself because it's it's
Yeah,
startling.
man.
But he said the movie was very different than what happened, but
They Hollywoodized
still,
it a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
of
even
course.
so, it's
Oh,
Still, even if anything remotely like that happened, man, that's a
oh yeah, crazy.
game over type
Crazy,
thing,
crazy.
man. Your fucking life is
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
changed. We actually have Mark Hirschman that just walked in.
What's up? What's
Hi,
up?
Hershey.
Can you guys hear me on the mic?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear
Okay,
you.
good.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I just was popping in, and you gave me the okay.
Of
Give me a little
course.
2-second cliff note. What I missed so far.
We're talking about some paranormal investigating going on. We have two from the Long Island paranormal investigators,
Okay.
Mike and Emily.
Hi,
And
Mike and Emily. I'm Mark. Nice
Hi,
to meet you.
Mark.
Mark is co-host of the Hershey and Keeg show, who's also nominated for
That's
Best
right.
Podcast. We have a thing
Nice.
going right now.
Oh, that's why he's here to wipe you guys
No,
out.
that's
Sabotage.
it would give me such pride if Nikki won it, honestly.
No,
So,
I'm just happy
being
that
so
I'm
nice.
invited to the game.
yeah.
It's all good, dude.
So, do you know these folks? I mean, obviously, I know you know her, but do you know these folks previously, or is this a hookup that you just made as far as having-
No, Sarah.
So Emily's in one of my tarot classes.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's how we connected.
So, so what do you guys do? I mean, Tony referred to you guys as, was it ghost chasers? What's
Like
the-
ghost hunters.
Those hunters.
Ghost hunters.
We're actually
Okay.
talking about their first experiences as children, seeing or
Or what got them into
yeah,
it.
what got them into
And
it.
what's your connection? Just you guys friends that you just met along this path, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I'm the founder of the group.
Yeah.
She interviewed with us. We took her on, and that's how we met. So.
I find it fascinating, to be honest with you. Nick knows that I love this stuff. So, I have some wacky experiences in my life. So the more you guys talk about it, the more intrigued I'm going to be.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get. Well, definitely. I want to hear some of your stuff, dude. I want to hear how Emily got into it, like a childhood story or something. Of
Oh, God.
yeah.
I've gotten into this more than I bargained for. It's something I never asked to be. I think one of my first real experiences where I actually had to stop running away from it, you know, because I don't know about you guys, but I try to rationalize, like, oh no, it was that, it was this, it can't be that, you know, logical. But my dog at the time was growling at something. I couldn't see it. And I looked into her eyes, and I was able to see through the reflection of her eye. And she's facing me, and behind me, I see the outline of a silhouette of a man. Just like a tall man with like a hat. It was like it was a time period thing.
Not the Hat Man.
No, everyone says this Hat Man thing now. I don't know where that came from, but you could tell he was from a different era. I was just instantly, the fact that, you know, even my dog was picking up on this, and then you just see this outline, and you're like, well, this thing is behind me. Okay, great. So that was really like my first experience that really made me stick with this and be like, all right, so I guess it's not just me.
How old were you?
It's like maybe 6 or 7.
Holy shit.
7.
Did you freak? Like, what was
It was
your
like,
reaction?
it was kind of freaky, but in a way it was kind of relieving, because I was always very attuned, and it was more like relieving that there was something validating that something was actually happening in a weird way.
Sure.
That-
And
the
I probably
dog,
should have
yeah.
listened to that a long time ago. But yeah. So
Yeah,
lots
like
of
I feel like
experiences.
once, you know, when you're a kid, kids are very, I feel like, receptive.
They're
right?
naturally open to it because they don't know any better
Right.
to doubt it.
Yeah,
They just accept it for what
that's how it started
happens.
with you too, right?
Yeah, very young. Same thing. Trying to think how old I was. I don't know, probably similar age. And I noticed things. I remember being scared a lot as a kid, like things moving around my house and stuff. And like my family even acknowledged it. They joked, they named the ghost Bill. Like, oh, it's just Bill, like turning the TV on and off or whatever. And I did have one. I don't know if I want to share the story right now. It was just one crazy experience that my brother and my cousin also saw. It just involves like hearing. We heard growling and like things moving, and all three of us heard it, and it was very frightening. And same thing. I was maybe like 7 or 8 years old.
You sure it wasn't me going into the fridge?
I don't think you were. Yeah. No, that was later in life.
a tall man with a hat.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, maybe I'm an apparition from the 1800s.
Right.
Back when I did summer stock.
Oh. So I noticed, okay, so I thought my house was haunted, right? But that's how I discovered that I was kind of like a beacon, and that I was, you know, how I'm connected and psychic, I guess. Because every place I ever lived, every apartment I had, every house I lived in, whatever it was, I had crazy experiences. So do you remember the first night we were in our apartment at Howie's?
What happened?
First night we have our own apartment, right? And everything's cool, whatever. In the kitchen, we had just a bottle of soda on the counter, right? Because I was addicted to Diet Pepsi. So, Diet Pepsi, it's a full 2-liter bottle. We're in the living room just sitting there, and the bottle just knocks over like this.
Oh, okay,
So I was like, all right.
Welcome home.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like they're letting me know that they're there, because every house I ever lived
It's true.
in.
Like, my house
oh my
is
God, your house
definitely
is
haunted
insane.
without her. So, like,
Yeah.
when she came, times 10. Like, it was fucking
We could
on.
feel, remember the
Yeah,
thickness in the air?
Yeah. The basement downstairs is like, holy shit. Like, my brother had a girl over one night, and they shut the TV off,
they,
and
like,
all of a sudden, she's like, oh my God. She's like, I saw a silhouette of a man in in the television, and she explained it to him, and my brother was like, that's my grandfather, and she's like, no. And then he showed her a picture of my grandfather, and she's like, that's him.
Wow.
You know, so like,
Didn't somebody see, they thought it was the devil or something in the basement? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know if it was my brother on acid or if it was like, you know,
Right.
something fucking going
devil.
on. But yeah, I've seen shit in the fucking house.
I saw,
you know.
remember I saw a dog, and then your mom said she was seeing her dog Smokey.
Yeah,
or
she
whatever.
she had. So long story short, I'm sleeping. I'm going upstairs to go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden, so kitchen, hallway. Mother used to sleep in the living room and bathroom. So I'm in the kitchen going to the hallway, and all of a sudden I see this flash like a dog, low, run from the bathroom into the living room, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, it fucking stopped me in my tracks,
I
and I'm
saw
like,
it in the basement.
I'm like, oh my God, whatever, you know, so I do my business, don't say nothing to nobody, go to bed. The next night or 2 nights later, we're eating dinner, the four of us, me, Sarah, my dad, my mother, and she's like, yeah, the other night, she's like, my mom's like, I really couldn't sleep too well. I was having these nightmares and stuff, and Smokey was running around the house and scratching on
Christ
stuff.
Almighty.
So I saw I guess her dream or whatever, Smokey was there and like just running, and I was just like, Ma, you know? My father always was like, you're fucking out of your mind, all of yous, like, you know, which segues into this story. He's sitting there telling us that we're out of our fucking mind. This is another time. Oh, you guys are fucking out of your mind. You believe in that shit. It's nothing going on. All of a sudden, the fucking cabinet door up top in the kitchen opens.
It was just like,
And it wasn't
Like-
even like a windy day because no windows were
no,
open
there
or
was
anything.
no way that
Wow.
could have been anything.
So I'm like, yeah, Dad, what about that? And he's just like, oh, it was a breeze. And I'm like, yeah, from your ass. Like, there's no fucking breeze in here.
How long before did Smokey pass, though? How long was Smokey?
I never
gone?
met Smokey.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And had it been discussed in the house previous days before, months before?
No, nothing.
I
Nothing.
never heard anything about
Wow.
it.
Like, I knew my mom had a
So-
dog,
so
Smokey.
this
She used to
was
tell me
all-
stories,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like, never, you know.
I never knew
No.
about it. So this was
Wow.
all going on, and I didn't know that him and his mom had that conversation. So I'm
Oh,
downstairs,
that's wackadoo.
and I told him, like, I keep seeing a dog. And then he was like, he went, like, white as a sheet.
Wow.
Yeah. But I always...
So
I've always
upstairs,
seen
downstairs,
things.
I couldn't escape it when she was there, you know? Like, fucking, I
Well-
got my mother telling me fucking shit. Dogs I'm seeing, then I go downstairs and she's telling me she's
He-
having dreams. I'm
He
like,
used to tease me because the Paranormal Activity series used to scare me because it reminded me of like stuff that would happen to me as a kid. Yeah. So he would tease me that my ghost is called Toby, and I'd tell him not to talk. I'm like, stop talking about Toby because you're gonna make him appear, you know. But he used to be like, oh, Toby's waiting for you.
Tobias.
So,
Yeah.
Sarah, when you were little, your family embraced it. Did you tell your family when you were 6 or 7? Did they embrace it too, or you kept it
I don't know about embracing it, but they knew.
They
They
acknowledged
acknowledged
it,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
I would say the same thing. I went to a Quaker school.
Okay.
I was raised Catholic. Just not too much knowledge on what that was or what to do with it, how to, you know, what the hell, what
Beelzebub.
you know, but it was never like outcasted, you know. It was just like
All right, whatever.
whatever.
Wow.
Wow, it's crazy. So what about you, Hirsch? What do you
So
got?
I don't even know. I was gonna ask, like, is it considered paranormal when you get some sort of visit from a family member? Is that
Visitation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, my
I wouldn't say
my
it's
wife's
normal.
mom passed away young. This was in the spring of 2012. She was 59, 60, whatever it was. Passed away, and fast forward, so that was June of 2012. Fast forward to October 5th of the same year. So how many months later? 3 months later?
Yeah.
It was her birthday, her first birthday that she was not with us. And walking around the house, and the doorbell rang. And I went to the door, and there was nobody there. Not such a weird thing that the doorbell would ring and there'd nobody be there, except for the fact that we bought our house in 2002, and the doorbell never worked from 2002 till that day. Never once rang.
Wow.
Didn't ring any time ever. You could press it, you could stamp on it, and it never rang. And the doorbell went ding dong, and I went there, and then I had to tell Stacy, and she of course was like, "What the fuck? Like, are you joking?" And I'm like, "I wouldn't joke about something like that." So that was probably the first time that I was like, "Yeah, I mean." How else do you explain that? I to this day I can't. The doorbell.
I can explain it because you said the words yourself. It was the first that she's not with you.
Yeah.
To me, that visitation is a confirmation that she is with you. You may not physically see
Right.
her, but letting you know, hey, I'm with you. It's my birthday. I'm with you. Because how do you explain that? It's not.
So-
Yeah.
13 years to the day. What is today? October 8th, the 7th.
9th.
Yeah.
Ninth.
So October 5th was the other day, so it's been 13 years since that day, and the doorbell has not rang since then. So it didn't ring for the first 10 years previous or 13 years, but that one day the doorbell rang. And so I don't know, I think that was the first time when I was like, yeah, there's got to be something to this paranormal activity, whatever it is. And, people, I find that there's people either who, are staunch believers of it, and then there's like, you fucking nuts, you drunken whores, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? But
We're all drunken
I think
whores.
I went from like, I don't know, to like, why not? Like, why not? Why can't there be?
That's very cool that it you had an open mind to it.
Yeah, I mean, I have an open mind to anything. Like when I'm not the kind of person where someone says, "Well, there's no living aliens." Like, I don't. How do we know? What if we're the fucking aliens and there's something? You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm pretty much open to just about anything.
We are someone's alien.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if
why not?
We're all someone's alien.
Why not?
Whenever you feel lonely, just remember that you're someone's alien.
Like, there's a whole lot of life going on. If I'm someone's alien, those fucking whoever they are, pretty fucked.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're pretty fucked. If me and Pete are someone's aliens, I feel terrible. But, you know what I mean? Like, why should we be so pig-headed and foolish to think that
Why not?
we're the only ones that
no
get
way.
to do this or whatever it is that we're doing, right?
Yeah, man.
So,
I believe in it, dude. Like, yeah, sure. I believe in ghouls. I believe in goblins. I believe in fucking Satan and God and aliens and all kinds of shit.
absolutely.
You have to.
You've almost met a fucking a Satan face to face with your Rex Heuermann trials.
I did.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Totally. That's yeah. I feel like also your energy that you bring into it too. You
Absolutely.
know, like
Yeah.
Absolutely. So tell me a little. I'm curious to. And I'm sorry. I can't stop being an interviewer. You know how every time.
No,
I'm on with you,
dude,
I
you're
do
helping
this
me
all the time. But your group, the size of it, your meetings, how often are they? Like, I'm curious to know about that.
So the group size, we're about 30 right now.
Wow.
Probably expanding up to about 35. We have in-state, out-of-state meetings we do every Thursday. Everyone asks us, why Thursdays? When we first started, we were all in college.
Okay.
And Thursday night was our Friday night. And we figured if we go out Thursday night, there's no like high school kids going to all these locations, urban legends and stuff. So we're pretty free and clear.
Yeah.
And we just kept going with Thursdays. So we meet up every single week. And yeah, we try to investigate every week a different urban legend, weather permitting, obviously. We travel a lot. We do house and business investigations.
I was just going to say, you
we're-
guys also help people, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a totally different process. With that, we try to weed it out because especially if they play a movie in Hollywood, and everyone's house is haunted after that. So we have a questionnaire that we send out to the client, about 50 questions. They have to fill that out before we even set a date or anything like that. So, but and then that's when like the debunking aspect comes in. Like, not that I don't believe people, but our job is to come in and try to disprove what you're telling us. And when we can't disprove that and we come up with evidence, that's when we know we got something. So
And that's got to be the coolest shit ever.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So how many originals? So this was a bunch of Long Island college kids going back
Long
10
Island.
years ago or whatever it is?
22 years ago.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Long Island, so your Hofstra Post kids, whatever.
I was Suffolk Community College.
Suffolk?
We had Suffolk, we had Hofstra, and St. Joe's.
Okay. And how many of those original group that are still around? And
Me, and then one just came back. So the
Really?
co-founder, yeah.
and
everyone
how long
else
was the absence for?
Oh, probably close to a decade.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
You see
But
that?
we've always kept
So
in
you're
touch,
like the
so
one that's
I'm the one.
kept
The
it.
OG.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, with the comebacker, what was the impetus?
Had a kid, so he couldn't put the time in.
Yeah.
And his kid's finally getting older now, so he had some free time, so he's willing to come back.
Is your kid into it?
I don't think his kid is into it.
No.
No, I don't think so.
And the spouse or wife or boy, whatever it is?
His wife was involved for a while, and then after they got married, obviously she got pregnant. She dropped out.
Okay.
But yeah, so
It does get hard. That's what happened.
it's work.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
what
lot of
happened
work,
for me.
and you don't
'cause
get
I
paid
was
for
into it, and
Yeah.
then we had Zoe. But now she's getting old enough where I could start getting back into all my stuff again.
And she's reading cards I saw on the air. And
she's amazing. She's very psychic.
She's got the gift.
She does.
I mean, she's absolutely going to follow. She's a combination of you two in the most perfect of ways. So she's going to be reading cards and paranormal studies and everything else.
Yeah, I've been teaching her how to read cards since she was like 2 or 3.
Wow.
She's probably not watching this right now, so I could read what I got today about her. Just to
Are we
not
sure
trying to
that
go
she's
off
not
topic.
watching?
I don't think she is.
so.
Okay.
But
So I got a message from Scott and Kelly. That's my bosses at Schmidt's Farm.
they're the managers of Schmidt's Farm.
And they go,
Hans,
Nick,
shout out.
I just wanted to, Schmidt's Farm, come and see Otto and Skittles. We will be there on Friday night. We're going to have another 4 nights after that. But still go see the other ghouls, too, for the whole month of October and November 1st.
Wait, Skittles Zozo or
Yeah.
Sarah? Oh,
No.
okay.
So,
Is it Schmidt's Farm?
yeah, Schmidt's Farm.
Schmitten all over the place. Schmidt's
Yeah.
Farm. Okay.
absolutely.
He'll scare the Schmidt out of you.
Get the Schmidt out.
We'll scare the shit out of you, kitties.
Your makeup the other day was fucking whack,
Awesome,
bro.
right? Yeah.
What the fuck? Who
Yeah,
did
man,
that?
that's Katrina.
Holy
Katrina
shit.
is
She's
a
amazing.
professional. And Zoe was getting done by Alexa, who's also awesome.
Yeah,
So
outstanding.
today, Scott and Kelly messaged me, and they said, I'm proud.
Wait, she's watching.
She is?
Yep, I've just been alerted.
So should I tell?
You
No.
can. I mean, if you
Is
want
it something that's going to piss her off?
No,
it's
not
not.
at all.
Okay.
It's good, but he wanted to surprise
All
her.
right, Zozo, so you're watching. So congratulations, kiddo. Scott and Kelly messaged me today and said that they are proud to announce that you, your first paying job is at Schmidt's Farm.
Zozo! Wow!
So
That's amazing.
they said, I know you didn't ask to get paid, but for whatever nights you work for the season, you're doing such a great job that you deserve every penny. And if you ever need any letters of recommendation, they will write it for you.
Wow.
So the other night, usually there's like 3 or 4 people inside the big top where Zozo is. 2 people banged out. They went home sick or whatever. And she and Chrissy, a.k.a. Sea Gypsy, took over the room, and Zozo was a pro. She didn't miss a beat. She kept it going. She stayed in character the whole time. And we're talking about a 10-year-old kid. Like, she went the distance. And I
She
was
doesn't
so
get tired.
proud.
She doesn't complain.
No, nothing. She took like 1 10-minute break and like didn't even take the 10. She
So
went
what's
back.
the dynamic in the big room? What happens in there?
It's a big hay like cattle thing. So like
Okay.
they walk in, and then they circle around and come back out another room, and there's a another curtain to go in. So she, when I was guesting in there, because I work the line and I'm outside and stuff, but when I come in there, I sit in there for like 20 minutes at a clip. I'll sit right when they walk in for the curtain, and all eyes are on me. I'm basically the diversion. She's the scare. She's in the corner, peripheral. No one sees her. And all of a sudden, she's just like, hey! Boom! And she hits the wall. She dropped a man. Like the dude
Yes, she
fell.
did.
Amazing.
You know, so she had a
But there's a
knockout.
little tiny person that comes scares the fucking Schmidt out of
Yeah,
you.
so I mean,
Scared the Schmidt out of you.
kids are creepy,
Yeah, Schmidt all
dude,
over
you
the
know?
place.
Yeah.
So,
Schmidt his pants.
I
Schmidt's
can't be
hands.
any more prouder than her. She's killing it with the Schmittles. She's killing it with her
Schmittles.
acting. She's
She
doing
is.
the theater. She's going to be Delia in Beetlejuice.
Yes.
You know, so like, it truly is like, it's awesome. You know, I can't be any more proud. I know I don't like speaking for anyone, but I know Sarah feels the same.
Oh yeah,
way.
I mean, I think she partially gets that from you, but I also made sure that I instilled confidence in her
You did.
because I can't get up there in front of people.
Yeah,
pretty
but
amazing.
I've been telling you guys this for years. She's definitely the best part of both of you guys. So,
Yeah.
you know, your kid becomes who they are because of who their mom and dad are. So,
Thanks,
you.
man.
kudos, man. That's fantastic. It's a cool way for her to find out, actually, if she's actually watching. Who's she home with, your sister or your mom? Who's she home with?
She's with Matt right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Matt. Yeah, so that's what better way is to find out it like this right now. Right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I was gonna actually do it at the Haunt tomorrow. They
Oh.
were gonna do a meeting or whatever, but that's what Primal
Surprise.
Scream's all
Way to
about.
go, Zoe.
man.
That's
I
awesome.
love breaking
Yeah.
the news, and especially when it's about her. So yeah, just So amazing. I'm so proud of her.
You should be.
And
Final season.
it is a nice primal season. Primal
Yeah.
season.
She's
Hell
fearless.
yeah.
Season.
that
This
kid.
I love, you know what I like, because I feel the same way about Sarah. I hate the summer, so for me, like when I see Sarah first.
Wait, you feel that same way about me?
No, I feel
Or
the
same way.
I know you're not a
I
summer. You love the fall,
hate
so
you.
like when the calendar turns.
Oh, you feel the
August,
same way
September,
as me.
yeah, like when you.
I was like, you hate
start
me now.
you start posting things about pumpkins and Halloween and ghouls and goblins.
man.
I'm like, it's gonna get cool out soon. Like,
This
you're
bitch is
you turn
posted again.
I love that.
Right?
Oh my god,
Halloween.
it's so
Halloween
great.
every day.
It is.
I just said that to my nail girl.
It really
She
is.
laughed.
This is not like this is not a costume. This is a fucking way of
No.
life, and
Remember-
this is
Yeah.
like we thrive in this season.
Remember when we went into that Starbucks? Where were we? In New Jersey. We were in Red Bank, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
We went to Starbucks, and the lady behind the counter was like, "Oh, you guys are so cute. I love your family theme." And I'm like, I look at Nick and I'm like, "What's the theme? Fat and tattooed?"
Ghouls.
Right, cool.
Like, this is just our clothes. Like,
I have some Kool-Aid. You want to take a sip, lady?
we just came from Belmore.
We just keep
This is who we are.
Right.
yeah.
Today it's just Tuesday.
That's it.
I dress the same as when I was 12. Nothing's changed. I'm
it's the
always going to be
best.
the same.
Be
Me
proud
too.
of who you are. And
Yeah,
your
man,
kid
we are.
embraces it, and you can tell that she loves every second of it, and it doesn't seem forced ever. It just seems like
No.
she's who she is because of you guys, and she's loving her life. So it's
That's
fantastic.
another thing I always teach her. Always be yourself.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask Mike and Emily. So through your investigations, are there any places that you feel you would never go back to because you got something that just didn't sit right with you?
Yep. Yeah, the place called Halsey House in Southampton. It's an original house in the mid 1600s. We were there. It's kind of tied to Rogers Mansion, also in Southampton. We used to do 2 events there, and in 2019 we were doing a Halloween event, and me and the second in command, we were running the Rogers Mansion, and me, my wife at the time, she was running Halsey House. She's psychic, and every once in a while we call it going bye-bye, where she's there but she's gone. Like you could tap her on the shoulder and there's no response.
Wow.
She's just so like in tune. And the team calls me up and they're like, "Hey, she went bye-bye." And we're like, "All right, we'll be there in a little bit." They're like, "No, you gotta get over here now." And we're like, "What the hell is this time? Any different than any other time?" You know, like, "No, get here now." So apparently what we understand is there was a 3rd floor. And on the 2nd floor, if you go past this gate, there's a giant hole in the floor by the fireplace. And if they think she was trying to run towards that, she claims she was trying to run to the 3rd floor. But for safety, they were just keeping her out of the house. So we pull up, and they have her pinned to this giant tree in the front. And we're like, holy shit. And we pull up, and Dimitri was my second in command. And I'll never forget the look that she gave me. It looked like if I walked over there, like she would knock me out. So I turned to Dimitri. I'm like, "Tag, you're it. Have fun." So he gets out of the car. They let her go, and she starts beelining it towards the house. He tackles her to the ground. We're trying to ground her out. We get her in the car. We drive her back over to Rogers, and everyone that was at Rogers Mansion, some of them were outside, like wrapping stuff up, and they say they never forget when we pulled up the look. Like they're like, "Who is that?" Like she didn't even look recognizable, and she got an attachment that night from what we think was like a Native American woman. We don't know too much, but we think that this person was murdered back in like the 1600s, and it was a cover-up. And back then there's like no records or anything, so we think that attached to her. And over the years, she's changed her whole personality, her whole look. And recently we got divorced because of it, because it was just
Wow.
2 different pathways, and a lot's happened. So
Did she ever acknowledge that she had
Oh,
the
yeah,
attachment?
100%,
Did she
yeah.
ever try to like have it removed or?
she tried, but failed attempts, and I don't know if it was failed attempts due to the people that were trying it. Maybe it wasn't strong enough, wasn't
Wow.
that type of lore or I think sometimes it could also be you have to be willing, and I think that she's trying to get this story out, so she's not 100% willing to get rid of it. So, but that's a house I'll never go back into, and there's a million things that happened in that house. I know the team was there one night investigating, and they were on the second floor, and they said the house shook. So when they told me this, like, you're telling me a house shook, and I didn't believe it. I was like, what do you mean by that? You know, and they're like, no, like the house shook. So we had a digital audio recorder on the first floor, and sure enough, you could hear them, the commotion of them saying the house shook. And on the fireplace, there's this giant stone fireplace on the first floor. You hear all the tools hanging from it, clanking against it.
Wow.
So, like, it really did happen, you know. And we've caught, she started doing these automatic writings right after it happened, and she recorded it on a digital audio recorder. So COVID hits, everything shut down. We knew the director that let us in there. So like, hey, can we get in there for just 40 minutes? It's like, sure. So we go in there, we set all our equipment up, and we take the recording, we place it in, we hit play, we leave the house. So we're gone for 20 minutes. That's how long the recording is. We go back in, do another 20-minute investigation, wrap everything up. In that first 20 minutes, when we do our analysis, we caught 125 EVPs.
Oh.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
Everything that can pick up something on audio, recorded in EVP. And it wasn't even the same stuff. Like, if it was audible, it would be matched with all the audios. Nothing matched. It's all different
what's
stuff.
the history like? Is there anything that happened there, or you think it's just the land?
The land, there was Native Americans there. There was definitely some type of slave quarters or something like that on the
Okay.
third floor.
Which holds so much negative energy.
Yeah, absolutely. The house itself is just, you could feel it. Like, there was another time we were investigating. It was me and two other guys, grown men. We walk on the first floor, and our instinct said, do not go on the second floor. And it was crazy because, like, we were like, yeah, I'm not going on the second floor. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I don't feel comfortable. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not going. And towards the end of the night, we had to clean up all of our equipment. We had DVR cameras up there. We had all stationary stuff. And we're going up these stairs, like, shoulder to shoulder, throwing wires down. We did it, like, all in one shot because we're like, we just don't feel comfortable being there. It was, like, really negative.
So, Mike, so when you guys say that you're not comfortable, what is it you think could happen? What's a worst case situation?
It's a great question. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, from the attachment, seeing what could happen to somebody, that's pretty real. It's so crazy because a lot of people are like, well, what do you mean by that? And I'm like, I lived it. Like, and everyone there that was there that night will tell you, like, they're traumatized from that. Like, just seeing
it changed the path of your whole life.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, that's
It's-
enough.
yeah,
I'd
absolutely.
Say.
So, but
That's really cool that you have that intuition, though. Do you think that's something you always had?
yeah, I probably ignored it sometimes. You know, like, especially going to, like, Kings Park, Psych
Yeah.
Center, you know. You going down a hallway and something tells you not to go, and you're like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go. You know, but
also, like, being around this stuff all the time probably kind of, like,
Yeah.
fine tunes it.
I'm sure, yeah. I've been on
Yeah.
probably over 900 investigations, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely, you kind of get a feel for it, and you kind of listen to your instinct. If something tells you, hey, don't go there, probably
Right.
won't do it. So.
As far as with your ex, so did she, like, you said she was psychic, but did she do anything to protect herself, like, when she went into these things? Or do you think she just maybe didn't know how to do that, and that's why something attached?
That's a great question. I'm not too sure. I wasn't there that night, so sometimes when we go into places, we try to remember to protect ourselves, but sometimes we don't. Even when we leave a location, you know, we try to say, like, whatever's here needs to stay here, can't follow us home, but there are times where we forget to do that. Or
Yeah.
if we're doing a session, we forget to close it out, and it can leave it wide open. Like,
Right.
everyone is so fascinated with the field, and yes, it is interesting, but it's also very dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize, like, what this stuff brings, you know? You use a Ouija board, everyone's like, it's just a board, you know, Parker Brothers makes it. Yeah, but the intent behind it, and everyone
Exactly. You can use anything. It's your
everyone
intention.
expects something to happen with that board right this second. But in that realm of, say, if you're talking about demonology and demonics, there's no time. It'll hit 30 years later when you have a family and when you have children. That's
Yeah.
when it's going to hit you, you know? In your life, you had 30 years go by, but in theirs, there's no time frame. So
Right.
you got to remember a lot of that stuff. So we do a lot of trainings in the group on all this types of stuff. different types of hauntings, how to handle things, ways to protect yourself, and it's up to the investigator to do those things. So.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I have a question, Nick, if you don't mind me asking.
Go ahead, man.
This is really for all of you who kind of are aligned with the paranormal. Do you guys ever reach a point sometimes where you second guess yourself or you doubt yourself? You're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, does you guys ever tell me about that feeling and how it hits and how you overcome that?
Every day.
Yeah, every single day of my life.
Every day.
Every moment.
Every day. Especially being the founder of the group. I'm the leader. Everyone looks up to me. So when things go south, I take it personal. So like that night, I take accountability for it. Everyone's like, you don't need to, you did what you could. But I'm like, no, I still take accountability for it. It's my team.
That's hard.
So if
that you went to the wrong place. What about it?
Because after that night at Halsey House, I allowed the team to keep going back, and I shouldn't have. I should have put the end to it right then and there. Said no, enough is enough. It's hard because you try to get the experiences. Because my thing is, I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of solo runs. Like we'll go into an abandoned prison, and I'll do a solo by myself in a cell block. And people are like, you're crazy. Why would you do that? I want to know how it feels to be alone when something happens. Because when we get that call for a house investigation and the child is telling their parents, I'm in my room, I'm experiencing this, I'm alone. I want to know how that feels so I can help that kid out. And I understand how they feel. That's why.
Brave, man.
That's a really good way to
amazing.
look at things.
So that's me. I can't speak for Emily. We all have our different thing, but sure.
You said the same thing. You have self-doubt.
I'm constantly doubting myself. I think Sarah sees me struggle with that a lot, and it's something I've never asked for. It's always been something that I've just experienced kind of unwillingly.
Yeah.
Especially like growing up between my house being on farmland and then the Quaker school I went to. It's the oldest Quaker meeting house I think in the country, and just how historic. The Quakers are like in that area.
Pennsylvania? Where
no,
is it?
over here, Long Island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Nassau County.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So.
I think you're thinking of the Amish, honey.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking.
Quaker Oats. Everyone thinks of Quaker Oats.
I'm hungry as hell.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
But so yeah, doubting myself all the time, and in the daytime I work at a cemetery, and I'm getting downloads there that I'm not asking for, and it's.
Wow,
it's me asking the people, do you smell this? Do you hear this? Did you see that? And they're like, nope.
I think in that case, because I don't think that cemeteries are necessarily haunted. I think it's the emotion.
Yes, it's 100% the people that come in, because I deal with a lot of live people coming in on behalf of the deceased, and it's usually it's all the people that are coming in. It's their energy, and then sometimes loved ones are coming in. Like I love it because sometimes I'll know people are coming in before they show up, and I tell the receptionist, I'll tell the counselor, I'm like, I smell someone, they're coming.
Yeah.
Just give it 10 minutes.
Bob will be here in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, so back to the whole I think anyone who's a reader experiences a lot of self-doubt, because that's really the key to it, is trusting these downloads you're getting and trusting, how everyone sees it differently, whether you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, you see things out of the corner of your eye, you see things in your head, however you see it, you have to trust that there's a reason that it's there and it's not just your imagination. So once you start trusting yourself, that's when things get easier. But we all struggle with it.
A perfect example of this that was happening a couple weeks ago, we were on investigation. Recently, we just did an investigation for the Emma Clark Library in Setauket, so very historic grounds, Revolutionary War. You have the English colonials. We did a joint investigation with Patriot Rock and the cemetery. So I was with the team at Patriot Rock, and I kept hearing a name. I think the name was Richard, and I kept hearing it, and I was like, you know what, maybe that's just on my mind, whatever. And as we're about to leave, I see a man in like a coat standing next to the team, and I'm like, okay, interesting. So I went back later and I researched, and apparently at Patriots Rock there was a Lieutenant Colonel Richard, and he actually he was in charge of the troops in that area, and the dress that I saw him in, well, not the dress, like we wasn't wearing a dress, the
garb,
garb. It matched. What they would have worn in that time for his rank as well. So that was really interesting.
Wow.
That was just a few weeks ago. And then
did you say it at the time? Did you say that you heard Richard? Or
yes,
was it okay?
I did tell and I'm getting used to expressing that more because I've learned to bury it so much. And then even getting into the paranormal team, I'm very much a tech girl. I love tech. So I'm like, I want to explain it with the equipment and just give it all to science. But at some point, the faith kind of kicks in, and I'm not asking to know about Richard, but hello,
Right.
Richard.
Yes.
So we went to Antietam Battlefield earlier this year as well, and in the broad daylight, I see a man in a coat on a horse. And I'm like, oh, do they allow horseback riding here? That's nice. Oh, the reenactors are here. I literally thought there was reenactment on a horse. No. And again, I look it up and I see the same color, same type of thing. I'm like, okay.
That's good that you're you have to remind yourself to express it, because you know how many times I've been in a reading, like doing a reading, and I'm like, I hear something or pick up on something and I don't say it, and then it comes out later and I'm like, I knew that. I should have said it at the time. But I'm trying to get better. That's the whole trusting yourself thing. I think we all struggle with that.
I think we're also conditioned to suppress a lot of that stuff. And
Absolutely.
like you said, it's a lot of why not? Like a lot of people that are like, you're crazy or no way.
Right.
And
How
it's,
do you know when to suppress when you shouldn't be suppressing? Like that must be the hardest thing, how to delineate what you should be suppressing and not suppressing. That must be
I think if
torture.
it's, you know what, and this goes for anything, I feel like if you're not trying to hurt somebody and you have something that you want to say, just fucking say it, if it's not deliberate.
Well, I use a combination of like mediumship and the tarot cards when I read.
Yeah.
So I always explain, like I ask them if they've had a reading before, and I do like explain to them how I do it, and I make sure they're okay with me speaking about, if I get any messages from people, because either it scares some people, or if it's very new, it might still be too like raw, so some people might not want to hear the messages. So I could just stick to like the cards and like what I'm intuitively picking up about them.
It really does depend on the person. Like, especially I'm thinking at my day job, because I never, unless somebody's like consenting, and I think in a way, like when they're sitting for a reading, they're ready. They want to a degree, everybody's different, but at least they're acknowledging like they're in somewhat of a mind space for that. If I'm coming in and there's like a family, like I'm not going to tell them what I'm seeing, even if I see it, feel it here, and I'm at the grocery store. They're not asking for that.
No.
But, it is good to share. So instead of me just internalizing it or just saying it didn't happen, maybe when the family leaves, I'll tell the receptionist like, oh, hey, like I experienced this or whatever. Or do you know who passed? Because I'm seeing a male and this and that. And then she'll be like, actually, yeah, it was her husband that passed. But, then my boss freaks out. I was like, was there a man that passed away in the office? She's like, we don't talk about him. So she was not. And the door slammed, too, the other week. And she was really upset about that. So it really depends on the person.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. And I think it's important that people should talk about that stuff. You just reminded me of something, and my hair on my arm is standing up. But I must have been 22 or 23 years old before I was married, before I had kids. Me and my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife for the past 29 years, we were invited by my childhood best friend, who's still my best friend. Him and his girlfriend were house sitting in Fire Island. Someone that they knew, they were house sitting, and my wife and I were sleeping in the living room area, and I remember feeling a very strong feeling. I was very uncomfortable, and there was a portrait, one of those old style like painted portraits on the wall, and it was just a family, but the image of the father was giving me such terrible vibes, and I never said anything to any of them because I didn't want them to be like, you pussy, like it's a picture of a family on the wall, and I remember being awake the whole night and looking at my watch thinking, I just can't wait till this is over so I can go home. home. I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to.
Wow.
And then think about it, you're on Fire Island. You have this free house, and you're young. You're having sex. You're drinking. You're smoking. It was great. And I just was like, my wife's like, we're taking a ferry at what time? 8:30. I'm like, we're getting out of here. I want to go home. So I never said anything to Stacy. I never said anything to Dave or his wife or girlfriend at the time. Fast forward to next July, and Dave's like, we got the house again. Why don't you guys come? And I had to tell him, like, I don't know what was going on that night, bro. I wasn't comfortable, and I told him, this is like my brother. I'm like, that picture and the father, and it just was freaking me the fuck out. And he goes, well, if you're not going to come, I guess I'll tell you that the father killed himself in this house.
That
Many years before, obviously.
That just goes to show you that
There you go.
everybody is psychic,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you just have to learn how to tap into it because you were showing amazing intuition with that.
I almost wish, in retrospect, that I wish he would have told me then. Like, I wish it. Like, that's not something maybe you should not
disclaimer?
tell of someone coming into a house.
Well,
that,
he probably didn't want to lead with that. I mean,
I don't know.
It's just
but,
a
like,
really
I don't know,
hard
is that-
segue. Like, oh,
Yeah.
hey. Oh, by the way, yeah, like,
But is that
Got
something
this
that
great
I'm
house,
gonna go
real cheap
party
for the
with some
weekend.
guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was free. It was a beautiful little house up right on fire. So it's funny.
oceanfront, Fire
Yeah,
Island.
and to this day,
Dead
like
people.
my wife's twin brother is a boater. He's always going out to Fire Island, and they're like, we're going out, and I don't ever want to go. But and I think it would have been different if it
Wow.
would have been brought up to me differently. Like the
Right.
fact that it was made into a scary thing. I think I'm more mature and smart enough and have more intuition into the paranormal now to know that I could have embraced. Like, he wasn't probably looking to scare me. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You
Like,
can also
You would've
say,
been
like,
freaked out,
sometimes they just
yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
acknowledged. So you could also say,
Yes.
like, I feel your presence, it's making me a little uncomfortable. So I just want to let you know, I see you. I know you're here.
that's right.
But, I asked them to go away.
Yeah.
But as a
You have to
22-year-old kid
sometimes.
baked
Yeah.
out of his mind, staring at
Right,
a
of course.
picture, with his hot girlfriend next to him, yet all I want to do is just go home. Like,
Damn.
that's 30 years ago. So I think if it was now, I would have embraced it differently.
Take
Yeah.
me, Mark. Where? On the ferry back home?
To Bayshore. I want to go to my car.
Bayshore.
Go back to
From
London.
Fire Island to Bayshore.
There's also a lot more awareness about it now, too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Sorry, babe, I'm not in the mood. I got this man on my mind.
Right.
Well, you are in Fire Island.
I knew that was coming.
Hey, so did
Wow.
Mark, I don't know if I told you about the little Jewish comedian that killed himself in this room. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Every Tuesday night.
That's what it was. He did it on
Seriously,
Tuesday.
yeah. Tuesday at 9. Oh, man.
Wow, so this has been a great episode. I love this. This is good job
Yeah, you guys
bringing
are
in the
awesome.
good guests.
Well done. Is
Yeah,
this
this
your first
is
time
awesome.
on a podcast, both of you?
No, I went to Five Towns. I actually
Okay.
came from like a broadcast,
Okay.
so I'm usually the Tony Walker behind the board. But
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Circa Dr. David Cohen.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
worked with him for many years.
Oh,
He's
amazing.
a buddy of mine, yeah. So cool. And what about you, Mike? You've been on, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've been on
Yeah.
a bunch.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
20-something
Nick's
years.
going to have you back on for sure, because it
Yeah,
sounds like
well,
this conversation,
Primal
which
season.
lasted an hour and 15, could have lasted 6 hours. in fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's
We're
so
just
much
getting
more.
warmed up. Man. Like, I feel like there's so
How much
much
time
more
do
that
we
we could
have?
talk about. I mean, yeah, whatever. Like, we could
Okay.
still go. We could
Yeah,
have another
whatever.
story.
Well, I
What time- what you
do.
guys
I
usually
do
go
want to
from
get
8 till what
into
time?
the clip that I sent you.
Tony,
Oh
what
yes,
time is
so
it
we
usually cut out?
actually, Tony, we have a clip that we want to show.
So just, do you want me to just
Yeah,
explain?
go ahead.
Okay. So just to preface, this was about 7 a.m. and there's a story behind why we had a camera in the kitchen. Like, we thought we were going to need cameras for security. We ended up not using them, so we just thought it would be fun to, like, put them in the house, especially given my history, you know what I mean? So it just happened to be there, right place, right time. We only were living in the apartment for, like, a month. It was the week of Halloween, too. I think it was, like, October or something. So, yeah, almost 2 months in the apartment. And I'm just shuffling around the kitchen. You could see how tired I am. I'm getting my coffee or whatever. And Zoe is in the dining room, so she's not seeing what's going on. My mom gave me, one of those, like, baskets. It's, like, metal. It's, like, a tiered
Yes.
basket, like,
Yeah.
fruit basket
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah.
So I took it, because because I thought it was cute. I didn't have anything in it. It was on top of my fridge, and if you watch the video, you can hear it drag.
Oh my god.
And it like flies at me. And the scream that Zoe does is hilarious, and it's even funnier because she doesn't know why she's screaming. She just hears me get scared,
Right.
and then she just does this wild scream at the end. So it's really actually funny, but the clip itself is nuts.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like on the screen, but yeah, that's
Do you hear it like drag?
pretty
which
crazy.
is-
Yeah.
And you see I'm like across the room, and I tried to like open and close.
Whoa.
See my face? I just don't even know what to do with myself.
Yeah, you're scared.
Nice Lamb of God hoodie.
Thanks.
Is that just the camera that you normally have in the house? Is that what that is?
So yeah, we decided to like just put them up because
Oh.
we bought them thinking we would need them for an area of the house, and we ended up not needing them. So like, oh, we'll just put it
Put it
here
up.
for like whatever,
Yeah.
for fun.
Good placement.
Yeah.
I
would
wish it
say.
was on the other side of the room though, because then you could have seen it get pushed or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Fuck,
So-
man.
That's like
No,
poltergeist.
that's pretty cool. That came out pretty good.
That
That's
scared
Yeah, no, that's
the
good.
absolute shit out of me,
I
and
bet.
I haven't shared it a lot like online because I
Yeah.
feel like people will say it's not real, but
Haters
Yeah.
will say it's fake.
yeah,
good.
it is
Let
real.
'em.
And I do have so
The goblins will get those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm just
Ghouls and goblins. Ah.
I'm gonna plug myself real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing.
I'm paying to see that.
And cue the OnlyFans.
No, that's next week.
This is what happens.
Hey.
Next week. So once a month, I'm gonna be doing a paranormal circle at Charmed, where I work. It's a metaphysical store, but I do give like classes and workshops there. This is just going way off the rails.
Is that Amityville? Is that the place?
No, it's in Belmore Village
Okay.
on
But what's the
Bedford.
apothecary? Don't you have isn't there a...
Oh, Amityville Apothecary,
Okay.
but I don't do anything there. It's just a cool store.
I'm
Yeah,
still.
they are cool.
I gotcha.
They're
Yeah.
friends of mine. They're pretty cool people over there. They do aura photography, a bunch of all your
Yeah.
metaphysical needs, everything.
My friend owns the ice cream store next door.
I've always wanted to go there.
Oh, Scoop?
show.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's awesome.
Every time I'm
It's
like,
amazing.
So I'll be having that meeting once a month, and it's just going to be to like share stories, and if anyone wants to bring equipment or whatever,
That's amazing.
you know, we did.
Is that in Plugville? Kidding. Sorry.
She knows the protocol that when a show comes to an end, you plug things. What about you guys? What do you want to plug? What do you want to plug, Mike?
So we got a bunch of events coming up. If you go on our website, www.liparanormalinvestigators.com, all of our events are listed. I think starting is that next weekend.
We got
Next
some,
weekend. I think we got.
yeah, things.
I think that's
I've been
Tesla
showing the
Science
whole
Center.
show. Oh, you
we're
have?
doing. So yeah, we're doing Tesla Science Center.
You're good.
We have Rogers Mansion out in Southampton, Nathaniel Rogers out in Southampton, the Southampton Playhouse, and then first weekend in November is the event at Cutchogue Village Green.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Well, I'm not going to wait till next week to plug myself. I can plug it right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Hooga. But yeah, so I have a bunch of shit coming up as well. But I'd like to take this time to thank a couple of my sponsors. Cinema Arts Center. This weekend, they're having the 40th anniversary screening of George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. 40 years, man. Holy shit. Unbelievable. That's on Friday at 9:30. Unfortunately, Rocky Horror Picture Show on Saturday is sold out. So if you have a ticket, it's going to be an awesome time. But if you don't, sucks for you. And on Monday, I wish I could go, but I'm not going to be able to because I'll be working at Schmidt's Farm this weekend. One of my favorite movies, Basket Case,
Oh my God.
is Mondo Mondays. They're having a whole Mondo month. And this Monday, Basket Case with our friend Belial is going to be showing. on.
Stop pacing.
Stop pacing. Go to bed. Oh, what a great movie. I'd also like to thank Mr. Beery's, the Long Island CBGBs. We only got 16 months left, kids, till Mr. Beery's closes its doors. I'm going to miss it so much. And I've proclaimed already, I've already told Steve my plan. I am going to be the Billy Joel of Beery's and have a residency for the next 16 months and do something at least once a month there. And sticking to my guns, I'm going to have a couple events coming up in the month of November. I'm going to be playing there with Demon Scar. Coming up, though, is HorrorCon, and we have a very special guest coming, Mitch Cohen, who played the original Toxic Avenger. Not Melvin, but the original Toxic Avenger, the big guy. So he doesn't do many conventions, so he's coming down. It's only $30 for his autograph, and you get a free picture with that. He's going to have some pictures, but if you have some memorabilia, please bring that down. We're going to be showing Sweet Meats, the film where Demon Scar gets fucking trauma killed. It's awesome. I get my guts ripped out, so definitely come and check that out. Also, we're going to have...
Is that the one where you almost lost an eyeball?
Yes, and I would do it again. I got hit in the eye with 100 pounds of pressure of fake blood. It was a blood gag, but I looked down the barrel of this air compressor and it shot out and almost knocked my eye out. And Zoe saw it all. So, but yeah, Jim Haggerty's going to be there too, showing some of his stuff. And there's another guy. Oh, pull that up. It's Christopher something. You have another Beery's one?
I have the HorrorCon.
Yeah, that one right there.
This one.
Yes, there's a name in there. I forget. Christopher something.
Christopher Wells.
Christopher Wells.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Haggerty.
You know him? No, you do? Oh, all right.
I know he is.
He's going to be there. So, and Jim Haggerty, he's going to show his film, and it's going to be cool. We're going to have a bunch of vendors, and our friend Christina is going to be making some gourmet Italian food. So come and check that out. Cornicello. And every night of the month, every night of the week, actually, there's something going on. Monday night's Mondioki with Kevin Mundy. Tuesday night's vinyl night. Pick your favorite side of a vinyl. They'll play it for you. Wednesday's video game night. Thursday is open mic night. So go there. It's sponsored by Murphy's Music. And
Shout out Jeff Froman from Murphy's Music.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. Awesome. You know, I've never been. I've seen it. It's in by Melville, Huntington, right?
Yeah. Schwab Road over there, almost that shopping
right
center.
By Sleepy Hollow.
Close enough.
Sweet Hollow Road.
Yep.
This Friday, the Hollows and Speed Rack Gin, and on Saturday, Blue Race, Scratch, and Nebulous.
Demon Scratch.
It was almost Demon Scratch, but with Demon Scar. On Sunday at 3 p.m., Never Trust a Hippie, and especially this weekend with Half Step, the Grateful Dead tribute band. I think they're having 5 hours to play one song. So go there and smell the patchouli and get your grilled cheese sandwich. And definitely do not drink out of the red cups. And Guy Vallely and the All-Star Bands are playing at night. November 14th, Demon Scar, Witch's Dance, which is the Merciful Fate and King Diamond tribute, and Mouth for Rage. That is the Pantera and Rage Against the Machine tribute. So we're sandwiched in between that. That's going to be awesome.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. And now on December 5th, my birthday weekend, kicking it off, the return of Death Proof. We were formerly known as Death Proof. Then we played once as Planet Terror. We were also Norman and Masturbates. And we were also the Sterno Bums. And right now, I don't know, but I think I want to call the band Aunt Jackie's Bush.
Oh, what about Harry's tits?
Harry's tits is good too.
Yeah.
So that's and Tom Selleck's stash. So there's gonna be one of those three. Or if
I don't know
something
if you
comes
like Jaws.
up,
That's a Jaws reference. Harry's tits. I don't know if you remember that part when they're on the beach.
I like Aunt Jackie's bush, I think. though.
yeah,
Well,
right?
yeah. I mean, Aunt Jackie's
bush
bush.
is fantastic.
That's the best
That's
one.
Yeah. Or it could be like Ed Gein's cabinet full of 9 vulvas. No, I like Aunt Jackie's bush.
Yeah,
So
it's good. It's good stuff.
that band is playing, whatever we're going to be called, and Bad Reform, which is Jared's new side project. That's my drummer. And yeah, I have also, speaking of Toxic Avenger, upcoming shows. You're not going to see me for the next couple of weeks, but on November 5th, Mark Torgel, who played Melvin Junko, he is going to be on the show, and that's going to be an awesome show.
Way to go, Nikki.
Thank
Cool.
you, man.
Very cool.
I want to thank my guests tonight. Thank you very much, guys, for coming. From Long Island Paranormal Investigators,
Great job,
Mike
both
and
of you.
Emily.
Fantastic.
I want to thank Hershey for stopping by.
Got it, bro. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for having me. That was fun.
You
as
got
always.
you asked the questions that I wouldn't have, man. So it was good, man. You helped me out with that.
You got it, brother.
And I want to thank my favorite ex-wife again for coming down.
That's me.
And also, I'd like to thank Farmer Willie because
Thanks,
I
Farmer
love him.
Willie.
Tony's the best.
Yeah.
Farmer
Big shout
Willie,
out.
show us your one eye. Again, kids, thank you so much. This has been a great episode of Primal Scream, and this is me signing out. I'm Nick Graystone, and you're not. See you next time. Later.
Thank you for listening to Primal Scream. I'm Nick Graystone, aka The Nizza. Each week, Primal Scream is produced by Tony Walker and executive produced by Demon Scar. Always remember, nobody writes your story but you. Later.